It's a long press day. I try to come at you guys with something you haven't been asked 10,000 times.
No one's
Miles,
asked us that yet.
Yeah.
No one's asked us that.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
guys, I genuinely love this movie. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate
Hey,
you.
man.
Thank you.
And this is the junction, where you choose one place to spend eternity
You want a little sniffle?
and who to spend it with.
John!
I love this concept of getting to choose your eternity. And I think whatever sort of environment you want to live in forever, I think says a lot about who you are. So I'd love to know for each of you, who's a past character of yours that you would love to see which eternity they would choose for themselves? And then what do you think it might be?
I think maybe Andrew from Whiplash, just because that movie ends in such a, it's like dark, but also he got what he wanted, and I don't think he's going to live too long. So we'll see where he ends up.
I truly don't think about characters beyond the ending of a project. So I might opt out. I just think like the story ends, and I'm not very. I don't know. I can't think of anything clever enough, so I'm not going to say anything.
But you did say something.
What did I say?
By not saying anything,
Yeah,
you
there
said
you go.
something.
Yeah, okay.
I'd go John Egan from Masters of the Air. I'd just see where he goes. I don't know where he would go. But probably somewhere with his wife. That's the one I'd be the most interested in seeing.
It's not a competition.
Yes, it is.
Sweetheart is 100% for sure a
It
competition.
is in fact a competition.
That's literally what we're here for.
Elizabeth, when a character has to make a choice, I'm sort of curious, how important is it that you agree with that choice? Is it okay to disagree with the decision that a character makes, or do you need to sort of make yourself agree and understand her decision in order to successfully pull off the character?
I'm sure there's an argument for either. I personally like to try and understand why those choices are made, and defend it, even if those choices mean you have to make a few choices to get to the answer that you land on. I think that's fair as well. I think sometimes we don't know exactly what we need or what we want. And I think that is reflective of Joan in this film. And I think where she ends up is what I always wanted for her if I removed myself from the character.
What do you mean, Larry? We were together a week ago.
Well, a lot has happened in a week. You died, I died, I just been reunited with both of my dead husbands, and I have to pick where to spend eternity.
You know, to that point, speaking of making choices, Miles and Callum, not only obviously Elizabeth is forced to make a choice in the film, but I feel like as an audience, we are too. Like I saw the film with a few people, and half of my audience was hoping she would choose Miles. The other half was hoping that she would choose Callum. So I'm sort of curious, the people in your lives, your friends, your family, your significant others, are they coming into this movie already rooting for you, or is anyone in your circle rooting for your competition?
My grandma was asked that question last night, and she was very effusive with her answer.
Was she rooting for you all
No,
the
she was
way?
voting for
Yeah,
me. She
because
was
I
with
told
me.
her, I said, we're just family here, lady. You know,
Yeah.
like
Grandma's just a title.
I can get rid of
Yeah.
this whole relationship, grandmother, grandson.
This dynamic can
Yeah, do
go.
not mess with me.
Everyone in my life, I think, is rooting for me in general. I mean, when they see the movie, I think
Yeah,
they'll go
that's a
into
part
it
of
with
the thing.
yeah, they'll go into it with this the predisposition of the Team Luke.
I never dreamt you this clearly.
You're exactly how I dreamt you.
Oh, no.
You know, one of the small details about this movie that I loved is that we learned that when you're in eternity, you look like you did when you were at your happiest. I think that's such a cool, fun little thing. In your eternity, what do you think you'll look like?
Right now, man.
This junket moment right now.
Best day of my life.
I have the opposite thing to say. So
I know.
there's an author named Michel Houellebecq, and I was reading a book of his not too long ago, and he says something that I'm going to butcher, but it's something along the lines of you look back at the past with nostalgia and the future with hope, and the middle is just like a well of depression, basically. I don't really feel depressed, so I don't really believe that, but I do think we are nostalgic of the past, and we're hopeful for the future.
forget the bad
and
things
so I
of that.
don't really know how one can qualify a moment of when you're at your happiest. I don't know how you compare those things. But so I again, I'm going to evade your answer with a non-answer. That's what I'm into, I guess,
answered with a
this interview.
quote.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's a long press day. I try to come at you guys with something you haven't been asked 10,000 times.
No one's
Miles,
asked us that yet.
Yeah.
No one's asked us that.
I take that as a compliment. Miles, really quick before we have to go, what do you think you would look like in your eternity?
How do I look right now?
You look beautiful.
I'll go with that.
I really hope that I love you guys. I honestly, well, maybe whenever I walked out of this movie, because it was such a beautiful movie and I loved it.
You're a charmer,
And so maybe, so take me back 2 weeks ago and we'll call it that.
I'll say my wedding day too.
I would
if I
really
could have two choices.
So like tell your wife like a junket with Jake and wedding day, just right there.
Like, who's to know what's going to happen
Neck
in
and
the
neck.
future?
Who knows, man?
Exactly
the
right.
future might hold so many amazing things
But
we
it's
know
if you
nothing
died
about.
right now.
Oh, well, I don't know then. I still can't answer that.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.